Good day and welcome back to the Farm Cook Kitchen. Today we do have a special treat. I say that regularly, but this treat is actually really a treat. We're going to be talking about desserts. And they're going to be desserts that allow you to stay on your keto lifestyle and scratch that sweet tooth itch just a little bit. Thanks. Welcome back to the Farm Cook channel. This is the place where you get to eat well, have fun, and hopefully learn lots, especially about low carb and keto cooking. So now, let's get ready and make some dinner. All right, the reason that we're doing this particular set of recipes today is because it's that time of year. You may have started off saying, yes, I'm going to be super diligent and super committed to this new way of eating. And it's now a week into a New Year's resolution, and sometimes those resolutions are a little bit easier to make in the moment and then hard to stick with. And the reality is there isn't a perfect way of eating that will allow you to achieve your weight goals and your health goals and everything else, because everybody's individual and everybody's different. But the one secret ingredient when it comes to dieting or living a lifestyle is to not think about it as a diet, but to think about it as, how can I eat to achieve the goals that I have set? And for me, that means eating a variety of different things and making sure that I get a little bit of a sweet treat every now and again. Now, it doesn't mean I go crazy and run over to the donut shop and eat half my body weight in donuts. The way that prevents me from having those kinds of experience, the thing that prevents that from happening, is having something that is very, very satisfying, that it scratches that sweet tooth itch and is really, really filling with a relatively small volume. And the way to do that, or one of the ways that you can do that, is by, and do that on the keto lifestyle, is to use something that has a lot of fat. And in this case, we have a mix of mascarpone, cream cheese, and some heavy whipping cream. And what we're going to do is we're going to make 4 different cream-based fillings that you can either enjoy on your own or pair them with some sort of low-carb, Swedish kind of a thing that's not going to throw you off that keto lifestyle. This is gonna help scratch an itch for you, or at least it does for me. So what's involved in this process? We're gonna mix some of this beautiful mascarpone and cream cheese, along with some heavy whipping cream, and get that fully incorporated, and then fold in some other flavors to make things a little bit different. Now, I gotta shout out Cary Kelly, my favorite butcher on X. He's an awesome follow. He's the guy that posted this not too long ago on X as a way of trying to recreate tiramisu cream. And that's exactly what we're going to do with this first batch. What we're going to do is take a couple of ounces of cream cheese and a couple of ounces of mascarpone, drop those into a bowl. And those have been sitting out just for about, 20, 30 minutes at room temperature, just to sort of loosen up a little bit. And the key for this process is trying to incorporate a little bit of air while you're mixing everything together. So that's what we're going to use the hand mixer for. And we're going to add a little bit of sweetener to it, not a huge amount. This is allulose powder, and it's not super sweet. So, and obviously everybody's tastes are a little bit different, so adjust the sweetener to whatever it is that the desired amount of sweetness that you would like to achieve. So we've got our sweetener, we've got our cream cheese and mascarpone. We have a little bit of coffee instant espresso powder, Medaglia d'Oro instant espresso, for those of you that are fans of shug. If you're a hammock camper, you know. If you know, you know. And we're going to also drop in a little bit of vanilla. Vanilla just elevates a lot of foods. This is probably 2 or 3 mLs. It's a very, very small amount. But there's just this incredible complexity that goes along with vanilla that you can't always determine. You can't always, point to something that you're tasting and be able to say, yeah, there's definitely vanilla in there. Sometimes you can, but other times it's very, very subtle. I think it works really well in this tiramisu. And the next thing is just maybe a couple of tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And that's it. The rest of this process just involves whipping some air into it. So that's what we're going to do now. Oops, let me go this way, even though I am normally a lefty. And I'm wearing my farm cook apron that my wife got me for Christmas. It's very, very nice. And she got two different colors, so I'm wearing the white one today since we're working with the white stuff. And I'm doing this kind of carefully because the cream cheese is still, even though it's been out warming up, it's still pretty thick. And I don't want to just start flinging stuff all over the place. Alrighty. So just after a minute or so of mixing, this is what you get. It's thick, it's creamy, it's beautiful. Just a second. Need a spoon to test. So after it's all mixed together, test it to make sure you got the right level of seasoning, or in this case, sweetening. You can detect the coffee. The mascarpone and the cream cheese have sort of a natural sweetness, as does the heavy whipping cream. Just that little bit of allulose helps to elevate that. Vanilla adds a complexity. Man, is that good stuff. This is super, you saw what it took to put it together. This is easy. This can hang out in your fridge for several days and be good for whenever you get that, I gotta have a little bit of sweetness, or if you're at the stage of your keto lifestyle where you're finding it difficult to get enough fat into your diet to maintain ketosis, this is a way of increasing the amount of ketones or increasing the amount of fat that leads to the development of ketones. Awesome. So let's get ready and do the next iteration. What's next on the list? Well, we're gonna make a modification of something that would be like a cannoli cream filling, except we're not gonna use ricotta, we're gonna use mascarpone. So again, same sort of proportions. We've got some cream cheese and mascarpone going into the bowl. We're gonna add the sweetener again. Don't need a huge amount. Add a little bit of vanilla. And then add some dark chocolate shavings. This is, 92% cacao chocolate. Save a little bit of that. And then drop in another couple of tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And call that good after we start, mixing this up. And I am making a bit of a mess here, but that's why I got the apron. All right, trying to get most of the cream off of the blades there, or the whisk. Ooh, need another spoon. Let's give this a shot. Again, After a very brief period of time whipping this stuff up, very subtle, but lovely. My gosh. The cream cheese adds a little bit of a sourness. That's very, very nice. You can barely taste the chocolate. I'm gonna have to add some more of that. But I'm gonna just fold that in and call that good. So that is the sort of modification of a cannoli cream following the same basic process. Now we're gonna get ready to work on to the next one. Number three is coming up. Next on the list, we're gonna make a maple syrup, although it's not really maple syrup, and cinnamon cream using this zero sugar maple syrup from Wholesome Yum. This is something that's made with allulose, so it actually tends to lower blood sugar, even though it's got a little bit of carbs in it. So same basic process. And again, the great thing about this method is you can flavor it with whatever stuff you want to, and it's going to be delicious. So a couple of ounces of cream cheese, a couple of ounces of mascarpone, a little bit of heavy whipping cream to loosen everything up, a little bit of the Wholesome Yum maple syrup substitute. And we're not going to add any sugar because this is plenty sweet on its own. Going to drop in a little bit of cinnamon. As well as a drop of cinnamon oil. This stuff is wonderful. It's super concentrated, so you got to be careful with it. But it's great for making low-carb cinnamon ice cream, which is one of my favorites. And I think it's going to work spectacularly well in this. There we go. Just a teeny tiny little bit because it is so potent. Again, same basic process that we've used previously. Let's see how it works. Now I'm making a mess. That's okay, you're cooking. Alrighty, that's that. Oh, there's my spoon. So again, see what this looks like. See what it tastes like. A lot of cinnamon, nice amount of sweetness. Really, really yummy. That would be awesome if you were making some keto like pancakes or waffles or something. Absolutely spectacular. Or just grab a spoon and dive in. It's delicious. Give this a try. Last one coming up. Let me just clean up from this. All right, we're down to the last one. We've got our basic mix, little mascarpone, little cream cheese going in. Bigger bowl, so hopefully less mess this time around. A little bit of heavy whipping cream. A little bit of vanilla this time. Some chocolate. This is shaved chocolate. Just put it on the microplane. And the entire amount that I used that was in this container was just one of these squares. So that's a total of 2 net carbs in one square that's going into 2 separate cream dishes. Last thing I'm going to add to this, in addition to the chocolate and the vanilla for flavoring, is a little bit of coconut extract. Again, powerful stuff. You only need a small amount, but this can be, you know, giving you sort of a Mars bar kind of a vibe. So that's what's going in. Let's get everything off of the spatula. And, oh, forgot to add sweetener. A little bit of allulose. Just 1 teaspoon scooper, and we'll see how that works out. So let's whiz it up. All right, that is it. So we've got, it's a bigger bowl, it's a little bit harder to see, but it's the same basic consistency because it's the same basic ingredients. So let's give this a shot. So this is the chocolate coconut cream. It's very, very subtle. There's not a lot of chocolate in there. I may go in and add a little bit of more chocolate to sort of enhance this, but my gosh, is that tasty. So if you are at the point in your change in eating journey and you feel like, gosh, I need something that can A, increase my satiety, B, increase the amount of fat that I'm getting into my diet, and C, scratch sort of a sweet itch, give these recipes a try. It's a way of meeting all those goals. And each one of these, I think it nets probably 4 different servings of sweet, fatty, delicious, satiety goodness. So I've got stuff really for the next, well, I'm going to have to give some of this away because there's a lot and I'm the only one in the house that eats this stuff. So anyway, you can make a fairly large amount in a relatively short period of time, and you can absolutely scale this up. It's about 1 part of the cream cheese to 1 part of mascarpone, and about 2 parts of heavy cream to just dilute it out, and just mix in whatever it is that you like with it. Give it a shot. Let me know in the comments what kind of experience you've had with it, what kind of flavorings you've put together. Enjoy. Thanks.